Nelson Mandela Bay has a reputation for providing great adventure challenges. One that has endured now for 95 years is the River Mile, which takes place at Colchester on the Sundays River. Organiser Mike Zoetmelder gives us the background to the Nelson Mandela Bay River Mile.
It is the oldest river mile. It's the oldest open water swimming event in Africa, and we're assured that it's the top 5 in the world as far as oldest continuous events go. As I said, started in 1924. We only took a break during World War. Those 4 years of the World War, there was no swim at Red House. Since then, we've had it every single year.
A successful event of this nature is dependent on good logistics and organisation, as well as an eminently suitable venue. And the River Mile ticks all of those boxes.
Organisation, we've done it for several years now, and we're trying to make it better every year. And it is easy with that venue. The venue just lends itself to bringing families together in a safe, secure environment.
The River Mile is often turned into a tight battle between the pure pool and open water swimmers and the water polo players and lifesavers, with quick decision making at the finish key to a successful race, as Mike explains.
You obviously got to have your wits about you. You're coming into that finish straight extremely fast with that tide, and then it's a case of trying to determine when to stand up and when to go. Your lifesavers, your water polo players, those guys have got a huge advantage when it comes to the finish of this River Mile race, and we see that every year. If it's neck on neck with swimmers and lifesavers, money's on the lifesaver winning, because he knows when to get up, he knows how to run out the water fast.
River swimming brings with it vastly different challenges to pool and open water sea swimming, with currents and tides playing a role, and equally important is deciding which channel to swim in.
Sundays River, the biggest problem here is to find the right position. The current is definitely, I think, stronger on the right-hand side, but that's also where the crowds are and also where the jetties are. So you've got to be careful not to swim in jetties and not to get boxed in, but that's the place to be.
You know, the tide turned, I think, about half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, so we had a bit of a tide pushing us, and yeah, I'm not going to lie, it makes it a little bit easier. It was good fun, nice, easy swim.
Open water swimming is an all-inclusive experience, and more adventure-minded people are diving in, so to speak, like Frank Fourie and Bianca Vermaak.
Well, it's the first time I've done this kind of swim, so it was a really lovely swim. Current took us out nicely. We had some challenges coming up towards the end, could feel a current, but other than that, it was awesome. It was amazing. Really had fun.
I got dragged into swimming about a month and a half ago. So it's only my second open water swim, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Just enjoy the freedom, being out there, having fun. You can see all the festivities here. The people are having a joyful time out. It's just nice to be out and just enjoy the water.
The winner of the women's race was 16-year-old Jess Booth, a grade 11 pupil at Collegiate School in Port Elizabeth and a member of the Infinity Swimming Club. Jess held off a strong challenge from Hannah Cunningham and Liz Muller to take her first win at the River Mile.
Pretty surreal. I mean, when I first did the River Mile, I think 4 years ago, I've gone from, there was lots of elite swimmers, lots of top swimmers. It's pretty surreal to be winning it today. I can't actually believe it, but yeah, it's great.
Jess was 14th, 8th and 3rd in her previous 3 years at the River Mile. So what does she think made the difference for her this year?
I had a really good start, so that always helps, and luckily I was next to a teammate of mine, so we could work together throughout the race, and then it just came down to sprint finish.
Jess has already caught the attention of the national selectors, being chosen to represent South Africa in open water swimming. So when and why did she decide to focus on open water swimming?
I love the fact that it's outside. I prefer swimming outside, open air. I like waves, it makes it interesting. I started open water about 3 years ago-ish. So yeah, it's been really great. I love open water.
The men's winner was Slater Black, a 17-year-old grade 12 learner from Pearson High School in PE. Slater had rushed back from a water polo match in East London to get to the start, and his win emulated his mother's effort, Joni Coetzee, who won 23 years ago in the same waters.
I'm feeling fantastic, but also really tired, but I mean, I really didn't expect to do this well. I was kind of doubting myself before the race started, but you know what, I had my family there, were just supporting me the whole way, telling me not to give negative comments to myself and all that stuff. They really supported me, well for this event.
With a strong family link to swimming and open water swimming, Slater has been in the water for as long as he can remember.
I think it all started with the Ocean Series back in PE, where every second week they do a event with 1, 2 and 3 kilometer swims out to the sea, and that's pretty much where I started.
Although he was among the pre-race favourites to win, Slater had to deal with plenty of pre-race nerves and apprehension and relied on the support of his family and friends before and during the race.
Scared me a bit when we started seeing how many people there were, the competition. I mean, I've swum with most of the people that we were swimming against. I've already swum against all of them, and they're really good swimmers, and it was honestly, yeah, I didn't expect to beat them. They were really good.
As with most open water swims, there were divisions for wetsuit and non-wetsuit swimmers. So why did Slater decide to swim without a wetsuit?
I did the non-wetsuits and the wetsuits last year. I think that it's a lot more prestigious without a wetsuit. I think it defines more in a person, shows that you're stronger, because a wetsuit makes it a lot easier to swim long distances.
At the tender age of 17, Slater Black is a comparative veteran of the Nelson Mandela Bay River Mile. It's part of his life, and this year's event, in which 1,000 other swimmers took part, was truly exceptional, according to Slater.
I think it's come a long way. I've been here for quite a few years now. This is my 7th year or something doing it. I've done it with my dad since I was little, and I've just, every single year I've come to swim.
Congratulations to all the swimmers who completed the Nelson Mandela Bay River Mile on the Sundays River. Aside from the feats of Jess and Slater, the youngest boy swimming the mile this year was Chase Jobson at the age of 6, while Jenna Thornton was 7. The oldest swimmers were Mally Richards at the age of 86, whilst Margaret Skinner at 74 was the oldest woman. Best you get training for next year. The 2020 Nelson Mandela Bay River Mile will be year 96.